Hey everybody, it's Julie from Center Diamond with what's new at Center Diamond today, and it's a bit of an eclectic mix, although we do have a fair bit of beachy things. McKenna Ryan has reprinted some of her very old favorites right there, and we got Martha Negley with some mushrooms, and we have some new Ruby Star, and we're going to start out with the panel from Ruby Star, which is right here. These blocks are about 13 inches square, and this is a 2 1/4 yard panel that they've done a quilt for, which the name is escaping me right now, but it is Mystic Fable. We only have 4 of them, and so if you're interested, don't wait. And I have a couple of coordinates with it as well, and the price on the panel is, one moment, $32.95, and again it's 2 1/4 yards long, and each block is approximately 13 inches. So the coordinates I have are the shooting stars, and this is the shooting star with the little rainbow, gold star, and the creamy background on this one, D285, and these are 1485. Sorry, I can't read out those black bolts, man, it's hard to write on. D285. And then I also got them in the sort of aqua background, a little rainbow, and a white star. So with threads hanging off of it. D286, 1485. So those are the 2 Mystic Fables that I have, plus the panel. And then we have Martha Negley from Free Spirit doing, this is Forage, and they're all mushrooms. So aqua background here, the gigantic poisonous mushrooms with the red tops and the tan, whatever you call that, stem? I don't know. I'm not a mushroom fan, so I don't know, but I do love mushrooms. Not to eat, but D287, and these are $15.15 a yard. So there's the big mushrooms, and then same poisonous mushrooms. This background has dots, little gold dots in there. And then this is like not the same teal at all. It's a little bit more green. And then the same mushrooms scattered and tossed. D288. And then this guy is morels, which we don't get on fabric very often, which is kind of fun. So this is sort of an orangey background with some purple, gold, and tan for the little mushrooms. And this is directional. It's running the length of the fabric. And that's D289. And then this one has a blue background and is a whole variety of mushrooms. And because I don't know mushrooms very well, I don't know all of them, except for I know what a morel looks like. Oh, that's chanterelle, I think. Do you think? I don't know. We don't know. So this smaller mushrooms, and on this blue background with that same tan that's in there, D290. Again, $15.15. It's Martha Negley from Free Spirit. And then McKenna Ryan with Hoffman went back to the well. These, I want to say late aughts, these came in. This has been one of my favorites from hers for a long time, because if you're ever making a salmon, this is the fabric that you need. This is exactly what a salmon looks like. This sort of dotted, stripy, this sort of brownish, greenish, and then this pinkish tone. We got some little stripes running this way. It's a gorgeous colorway. I love this piece. D291, and these are $15.75. And then I also brought in the brown one because it's also really good for landscapes or fur or salmon, depending on what you're building here. So that one is D292, $15.75. And then my favorite ombre that she ever did is this one, which goes from this, and you can see the texture in here too. It's not just flat. There is a little bit of texture running through this piece, which gives it just a vibrancy that you don't get when it's just flat. So this goes from yellow up to coral, pinky, lavender, and then down into the very deep purple. This was a great piece, and I want to say it was 2008, 2007, I can't remember, but what a beautiful ombre. D293, $15.75. That's McKenna Ryan from Hoffman. And then we have Cathie Holden's Saltwater. I'm going to hold this up, and then I'm going to show you the piece that we cut off so you can see what it looks like. So Cathie Holden's famous for doing these sort of collage-y kind of things. This is all ocean related. This is D294 and it's $15.15 a yard as well. And we cut off a chunk. Now this is not a full repeat. Oops, sorry. This is not a full repeat. I think we figured that the full repeat is close to a yard. But in this piece, there did look to be like one place up here at the top where I was able to cut across it without getting into too much of a picture. So it is really adorable. And we spent a whole afternoon like looking at each thing individually. It's all collage-y, it looks old-fashioned, and it's all ocean themed. You will spend many hours looking at it. So this is, again, not the full repeat, but we found that if it's up here, it's probably down over there. So I do think you have most of the pictures in this piece. But anyway, so there's that guy. And then she did another piece to go with it, which is all shells. So again, sort of collage-y, although this is the way you would see shells. You can kind of see the background has a little bit of sand, but there's all kinds of different shells. I see a starfish there. I'm looking to see, and there's no sea glass. It all looks to be pretty much shell-oriented or organic stuff. So orange, obviously blues, some purples in there, lots of creams and tans, a little bit of green. So a beautiful piece, D295. That's Cathie Holden from Saltwater from Moda. And then we have from Maywood, Regatta. So this is going to be a little bit more nautical themed. A white background. We've got ships in bottles, knots, a little, what do you call those things?
Lifesaver.
Thank you, a lifesaver. Oh God, an anchor and a classic sort of blue, white, and the cream, and then this sort of a taupey color. And that is D296, excuse me, and $14.95. And then another piece from that line is just the lifesavers and an anchor and some rope around that. Light blue background, dark blue, and they are in stripes. We're sort of running across the fabric. And that one is D297, also $14.95. And then they also did a canvas, which looks to be a little bit whiter than the regular cotton goods. So this is a heavyweight cotton canvas, and it's pretty beefy. Took the main piece and blew it up and put it on the dark background. So the knots of the ships, the anchors, the stars, all that kind of stuff, same colorways, maybe just a little bit more intense than that piece. But it's a really nice canvas, great for a beach bag. D298, and this one is $18.95. It is a little bit wider and it is canvas. So there's that piece. And then we have a few random ones. This is a Timeless Treasures piece that just is a really good water, and I always like to find a really good water for ocean, landscape quilts and stuff. So this is the water running the length, the width of the fabric. And you can sort of see it goes dark and light in here, looking like water. D299, and that is $15.75 a yard. I'm having trouble with these prices, you guys. I can't even believe what I'm saying. And then this guy is Studio E. They have a piece called Just Color, which they do in all different kinds of colors. I have this one in black and white and black. But this aqua greeny color goes really nice with a lot of stuff. So I got that one. $13.15. Hey, there's a good normal price. And that is D300. Again, Studio E. And then I have another little random piece here. Another piece with mushrooms. And creamy background, so some tans, some greens, just sort of a large piece. Oh, there's a moth. Oh, there's a snail too. Looky there. And another poisonous mushroom in red. This is just $10.15. I got a deal on this one. So D301 for this piece. And then again, another couple of random ones from Mac-Hour. This is has metallic and green on it with waves that are running this way. There's little boxes, there's little circles, there's little scrolls, triangles, a little leafy vine in here. And these waves run the length of the fabric. And that is D302, and it does have metallic on it. $13.50, and the piece that goes with it which is pretty all by itself and actually goes quite nicely with those mushrooms now that I'm looking at it. These are sort of the concentric circles in the green and the gold with that light green in the background. D303. And I'll put it down so you can see. Actually, both of those go pretty darn good with those mushrooms. And it goes really good with that, go figure. And that is Mac-Hour. Those two pieces are from Mac-Hour. The next piece I have is the, oh boy, Coastal, oh gosh, what is this one called again? I can't remember. Coastal Escape, that's right. Now, Benartex has been really interesting in delivering this because I've had Coastal Escape ones for several weeks. They took their time getting us the panel. Let me hold it up a little bit, Beth, sorry. I didn't have time to measure these. I'm so sorry. I think they're about 8 inches square. So this whole line, and you'll notice the sashing in between actually is like a really soft netting. Looks like netting rather than just having it be plain. So it's blue and tan. This whole group is blue and tan. And these cute little boxes we have, they're very nice. This is a 2/3 yard panel. And oh gosh, 10, do I remember how much it is? I believe it's $10.75 for the panel. I'm out of it today. I'm so sorry. So this is the panel. I've got two more, and it was, sorry, D304. Sorry about that. And then I've got 2 shells that go with it. And actually, there's a whole group that goes with it. And so because they've been dribbling in, what I'm going to do is take a picture of all of them together and post it after the video so you can see all of them together. So this one has the dark blue, and then it has various shells. We've got sand dollars, a little, whatever these are called, conch shells, I think. Nautilus, thank you. What would I do without Beth? Scallop, and little sea stars, and all kinds of other shells that I don't know because we don't have them here. They're in Florida or the Bahamas. D305. This is the dark blue background, and then they did a light blue tan background. And it's the exact same print. It's just on that tan background with the blue and tan and dark brown accents on that. So that is D306. These are $14.95. The whole group is $14.95. And again, look after the video has been posted, and I'll try to post a picture of the whole group together since it's coming on. And then, so we all remember the owls from last week. I believe it was last week. These went in 2 days, and so I was able to reorder and got more of them. It was D256 when I showed it last time. It is $15.60 a yard. When I reordered, I decided to get some of the tonals that go with it. So I got this guy. This is Timeless Treasures. And I don't know if they have a name for this tonal. They do not. So this is sort of the tealy, not blue, I mean, not teal, more turquoisey and royal blue with these sort of really bubbles sort of running through it. There's a little bit of green in there too, I suppose. D307, these are $14.95. And then they did this sort of purple magenta as well. And you can see that sort of goes into the lighter area, turns pink. There's some deep purple in there, and then again, sort of a magenta. And that's D308. And again, I'll sort of put the owls out here so you can kind of see how they all, this kind of pops this stuff out, and this kind of pops this stuff out down in here. So that is, and we do have 3 bolts of this now. I didn't mess around this time. The owls were really, really popular. So those are those. I think that's it. Oh, I have a new sample I'll show you. It's the Joanna bag from Noodlehead. We made it out of a ruby star. We have a kit. I believe it's $59.95. It's the Joanna bag from Sally Tomato. The pattern itself is $13.50. And yeah, it's $56.95 for the kit, which we haven't made yet, but a very cute small backpack. That opens up pretty wide. I won't bother you with opening it up right now, but yeah, it's a cute little bag. It's our newest sample in the store. I think that's it. Okay, we're still open 11 to 4 every day. Shop Hop, all Pacific Northwest, still going on. And I think that's it. We will see you. Oh, if you need to call us, 888-305-0854. And I think that's it. We'll see you next Thursday at 4:30.